tracksuit, not vac-suit? Well, I guess it's vac-suit, not tracksuit, because tracksuits disappeared off the face of the fucking planet.
Confirmed chatting shit. But I'm saying that he deserves to see out the season. I'm saying,
wow. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. First of all, you need to, as I said, when you're in the game, you need to understand the game. When you're in the Matrix, understand the Matrix. Once you understand the Matrix, you complete the Matrix. It's really that simple.
Okay. Are you right? Is everything okay? What's going on?
It's really
what's going on,
bro?
What's actually going on though?
It's that simple.
When we sit down to watch programs, right, or like a film or something,
yep,
I will just say, pause it.
Yeah.
Speak for a little bit.
That's mansplaining. Yeah.
And then
you pause and then.
No.
What? Wait, what? No, what's? No,
he pauses mid-film.
No, don't do. What's going on?
Yeah.
How do you know you're ready though? How do you know you're ready?
No, but I'm now, my mindset's changed completely. Now I'm just like, whatever. Now I'm not bothered about it.
So you've gone from needing to have kids to not caring.
Now
how do you switch like that?
Because I basically realised, I did the maths in my head. I was like, obviously one day when it happens, it will be great, but I'm not as urgent about it now. I'm just like chilled, because I just thought like life is too short to be complaining about stuff you don't have. Like, you just got to be grateful for what you got. Like, you've got to be calm about what you have. Count your blessings.
Yeah.
And just go with the flow, bro.
We're alive, you know? We're alive.
Bro, that's it. And my mindset now is obviously when you think like that and you're happy and you're both happy, you and your partner, then you grow together. Like, you see what I mean?
Well, that's all well and good, except that, you know, most, especially with women, they've got body clocks
as well. Yeah, 100%. So then
there's a time period.
So then I say, if it doesn't happen, then obviously then I've got to accept that it wasn't meant to be.
Oh, okay, got you.
But what if you one day wake up and you're like, do you know what? I really want a son. I need a little CJ in my life.
Then obviously then we'll have that conversation. We have to say, all right, what's happening? If it's
this is my problem with the things that you're saying though, man. A lot of the time it's like you have to be in the fire of the burning house. You see the meme?
Yeah.
With the dog just sitting there going, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Well, like we can avoid actually being in that situation with a little bit of foresight.
Yeah.
A little bit of planning.
Yeah. Planning, what is in planning is in let's fucking actually do this now.
As in you're basically saying we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When we found out that you can't have kids, we'll deal with having kids.
No. Yeah, but no. So you misunderstood. Like, obviously, we'll try sooner rather than later.
Right.
But if it was that, because bro, you know, you can have just because you turn 40. There's people at 40, 42 that are still popping out kids, bro.
Oh, is that how you're convincing her that?
I'm just saying that's what I've seen.
Or is that how she's convinced? Who wants the kids? Does she want the kids or do you want the kids?
It's definitely me saying that I want the kids.
You want the kids more than she wants. So she's holding off.
Well, she basically was in a position where she was holding off, but now she's like very much fully on. Okay, look. I want kids.
So you've basically this is fucked.
Yeah,
you've convinced her that now is the time to have kids.
Yeah, but now
you're ducking out.
Yeah, that's what now I'm not sure. Now I'm like, I've just changed my mindset.
What's going on?
Because I don't know, bro. Maybe even conversation.
Is it difficult with him as well?
Well, obviously him having kids has made me think. Oh, like obviously his sons are like they're cute and that. But I also feel like
the way life works, man. You just have a daughter.
Well, the thing is,
no,
but even forget about what the gender is.
That would be cute. Would you let them date?
Yeah, they'll date, innit?
Oh my God, let's do it.
Dude, listen.
Should we do it?
Forget about, bro. What I'm trying to say, bro. Listen,
you'll never get him out of your life. He's gonna be at every birthday and everything.
What I'm trying to say is forget about the gender. Forget about the gender.
Oh God.
What I'm trying to say is the lifestyle. Like, there's a lot of things that, even though he will never admit it, but there's a lot of things about his life that I can see has changed, which is natural because obviously you've got
like what going like what
father. Like you can't. Your priority is your children. Like there's a lot of things you like. Saturday night, you already know it's a lock off because you got to wake up at like 6 or something. 5 o'clock.
100%. Yeah.
So your Saturdays.
Oh no! I wake up at 5:30 every day.
Yeah. So
Monday to Sunday.
But in essence, your Saturday nights are not really on.
Oh, because I know I got to wake up at 5:30.
Exactly.
I still go out now and again, but yeah.
So
I went out Saturday with you lot. What day was that?
No,
Saturday.
Bro, you didn't.
Was that Saturday? Chelsea.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. What have you lot been out since then? Oh, do you man go out a lot? Oh, you went out since then?
Oh, for
Chelsea.
God's sake. There was a boxing like
You been
2
out?
weeks. There was like boxing a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I watched it in my yard. I paid for it on the
I
Sky.
didn't watch it
And
in
I
my
sat on
yard,
my
bro.
sofa.
I
What?
didn't watch it
Oh,
in my
you're
yard.
right. I watched it with my missus.
It's a
She woke up in the morning.
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. So like,
Oh, you had to be out with the geezers,
it's
a
a
couple of lines.
no, I was with our dons, bro.
Right, listen, I want to get to the first email of the day.
do this.
It is, as per usual, an anonymous one. You can email us anonymously at forthepeoplepodcast@gmail.com.
What's my name? Anonymous.
Agony Uncles back at it again.
Let's
we haven't
go.
discussed where Ironik is, but he's in Dubai for anyone that's wondering. Working his little arse off.
Definitely not working, bro. But yeah,
Well, he is working, isn't it? It's just, again, he's chosen a life where working does not feel like he's doing a day of work in his life.
Yeah.
for real,
He's
for
just
real.
out in Dubai,
For
getting
real.
paid. So he comes back from Dubai in profit every time he goes, which is good, man.
He's living. No,
little
he's
holiday.
living. He's living.
Well, it's not holiday, is it? It's
No, this
business.
is the thing, though. For him, because it's not
Oh, yeah.
work, that's a little holiday.
So basically, you're saying when I say he's not working, we're both saying the same thing but in different ways. I'm saying he's not working because he's living a life and having fun, but him
Yeah.
having fun is his technical work, right?
Don't get me wrong,
That's what
Dean.
you got to do, man. That's well, at least to me, anyway. That was the ideal.
Pattern your
What do I
life.
love? I literally sat there on my fucking ones in Spanish Harlem, looking out a window at a fucking woman getting rushed by 30 random dons.
Yeah.
Right.
Thinking, what do I want from my life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I really like? What do I love?
Yeah.
I like football. I love football. And
Yeah,
what am I really good at? Maybe describing football, talking about it, or at least just talking in general.
Yeah.
And social media suddenly popping off. Wow, I can actually make money and a life or a career, prospects, opportunities, food on the table, yards from talking into my phone.
I rate that.
That's not work to me. It's not work.
Obviously, timing's got to be there as well, though. innit?
DJing's not work either. Believe me, I've done it before at uni. I know Ironik's enjoying life.
Party every night.
But it's tiring though. That is tiring though.
Party.
I see
The
it sometimes.
attention.
Yeah.
Just the fucking thrill of being amongst all the people and you're just making them have a good
No,
time.
but I prefer doing what you're doing than what Ironik's
I
doing.
agree,
Because with Ironik's thing is that he has to be outside in the
can't
club.
leave yards.
And if you've got loads of bookings in a week, so that's actually quite long, you know.
It's tiring, yeah.
It's long. It's just like, I don't want to go out. So today.
Can I ask you
But I
one
have to.
question? Yeah, just as like advice in it. Like obviously I produce videos and that for people in the property sector, architects, surveyors, planners. But if I were to design a life that was what I love doing most, what do you think it would be?
Well, that's the question you need to be asking yourself and then acting upon it to create the life that you want to live.
Yeah, but okay, I agree. So I keep.
I know the life you want to live.
I'm gonna ask you for your answer quickly.
There are blondes.
Let me answer then. Yeah, let me answer then.
There's a what?
Blondes.
involved.
Blondes. 10 blonde girls in a
I
mansion.
knew it.
Yeah. Surrounded by great architecture.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Some nice nightlife.
How am I profiting from this? That I don't get.
Maybe
that's your ideal life though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
So it's like an architecture company or something.
Yeah, so he'll run like
Where's
an
the
architect.
value add?
He'll
Where's
run
the
like an
value
urbanist platform. Like
What do I add value to?
And only employ.
it'll be a property company. Only employ blondes. 10 out of 10 women who will be like working as, you know, I don't know, quantity surveyors, receptionists, and they'll be around. And he will say, look, I've fairly recruited these people. They've just been best for the role, and it's actually a coincidence that they're all blonde.
The company will be called Diversity.
What actually is the company though? Can you
Yeah,
explain?
and he'll be diverse because he'll
explain?
say, I'm black.
Can you explain?
Yes, it's diverse.
Can you explain what do I actually do? Because I'm saying like obviously I produce videos for like
Yeah,
clients,
true.
and I create content for clients in the property and real estate industry. But sometimes I ask myself, I'm throwing myself into it every single day, and it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort. I'm like, actually, I'm putting effort and time to do this.
You'd like to have a nightclub or something like that.
Yeah.
That is your dream job.
Oh, do you
where you
reckon?
can just spend the whole night flirting
Yeah.
and just giving away free drinks and just being the man.
He might be
That
onto
is
something,
your
though.
fucking-
But you know how I'll
In
do
his
it?
jacket,
But
jacket.
listen,
Walk around in his
I'll
jacket.
design it in a way where it's bro, you're fucking genius. I'll design it in a way where it's mixed use. So you got on the bottom floor is the club,
Yeah.
and the floor above is like maybe ethical a wellness space. Do you see? It's a wellness space. Do you get it? And then the next floor, it's like a barber's. You see? Because some man can't barb their hair. Like,
Well,
because
so you just want to be
bro,
like,
Oh,
that's
wow.
genius.
Special.
That is fucking genius.
what do you call the building?
Okay, right.
I don't know, but I'm gonna save that. Thanks, lads.
Right. First email of the day. Says, without delving too much, I've been in a relationship for 5 years. We've lived together for 3 years. I'm 29, female. So sick of his 31 mansplaining. Mansplaining. Is that where men explain things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, we could be talking about politics, hobbies, common interests, music, anything. But he feels the need to go into a 10-minute rundown of the history of XYZ pertaining to the topic. But at the end of the day, I know this information and more. Have I interrupted with, oh yeah, I know what you mean. That's from, yes. And he gets angry with me when I interrupt. And if I don't interrupt and just sit there disinterested, because I am, he still gets mad. How do I get him to stop mansplaining? Because it's driving me nuts at this point.
Tell him to stop mansplaining. There you go.
So you just like, yeah, I
Resolved.
guess that's it, isn't it?
Resolved. Communication.
Why do people just avoid? They do everything but fucking face
Say
the
what needs to
problem?
be said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Okay, I'm going to say something right now. So she's basically getting jarred that he has to explain everything that he's done wrong or even interrupt and just talk.
About everything in detail.
I think he likes to give 10-minute rundowns of whatever is the topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's just like sharp. Like,
Yeah, because you're talking a lot, yeah. It's best the woman just says, look, Larry, you're talking a lot.
Yeah, just
Can you just chill? Can you chill, please?
That's a really, okay, fine. Yeah, ultimately, she's just got to say what you're doing. But, okay, fine. I can offer more advice because she'll say, it's not that easy, guys, help. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to create the right environment.
Yeah, he
where you
might.
can have that
He
conversation.
might just be the type of guy who's just like says what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The best route is
Make you
maybe
really uncomfortable
Yeah.
for
the
it.
best route would
stop
maybe
it.
be shines.
So
Shines.
I know he's hinting at, but he's sort of got a point.
Yeah.
He's got, but he's what he said. What I'm saying.
That will stop anybody
You
talking.
got to lay down.
No,
the
listen to
environment
this. Listen to this.
where you can do it.
I know a guy, right?
Facts.
We come to work one day. This is when I was working in Leicester Square. He come to work one day. He sat next to me in the booth. We're doing like a customer service type thing for a Ticketmaster company.
Yeah.
He said to me, "Listen, yeah, I've got to tell you about this, right? My missus will not stop giving me head." I said, "Wow, fucking hell, that sounds great." What's
That's
the problem?
stress, you know. I got to tell you about this.
What's the problem? He goes, no. You got to understand, 4 times a day.
Oh, wow. That actually ruins it, you know. That ruins the fun.
He said,
Yeah, it's not.
It's got to the
exciting.
point where it's
exciting.
clear that she's not doing it for me. She's doing it for her.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Because
yeah.
I am now sore.
No,
Yeah?
that's mad. Yeah.
Yeah. That's calm.
That's mad. Yeah.
So, anyway. What are we saying about this? What are we saying about this?
I think
Shines,
she's got to lay down an environment where Anton says shines. Don't necessarily have to be shines, but make you feel comfortable. You know, maybe give him a little massage.
Or don't
inside.
engage in conversation with him around stuff
just
that you
give-
don't want to hear long stuff
Just
about.
give him a massage. Give him a massage and say, look, I've got to be honest with you, babe. Like, you need to go from A to B, not A B. Like, you need to get to the point.
That was like you in the podcast at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I remember you
Do you
saying.
remember?
Yeah.
He used to speak so
Remember-
slowly.
Enter,
Oh,
No, remember-
CJ
remember you-
speaking slowly.
Also, remember what you said as well. You must said, stop eating so loudly.
What do you mean?
oh, yeah, crisps.
Remember?
No
Yeah,
crisps.
Stop it.
does-
So she
knows
confronted it. She confronted it
Exactly.
and said it. She said, "Oh, by the way, stop eating so loudly."
by the way, she said it with
She
chest as
didn't
well.
have to say it.
She said it with chest as
She
well.
could have just ignored it.
How did that get solved?
It's good to do that.
No, it's still sometimes I do it. She gets jarred. She's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but it's best to speak. It's best
you're
to.
still out here buying
Yeah,
crisps.
no.
No, but do you know why it's best to speak about things? Do you know why?
Yeah.
When people bottle things up, it will lead to something worse. You'll go, do you know what, bun this, I'll leave. Do you get what I mean? It's
Yeah.
best to have the conversation.
You've got to have these conversations.
So if you get that, what do you lot say to Mrs.? Do you go, oh, by the way, I don't like the way you walk. Can you allow it? Like, do you just say whatever you feel? If there's something, if your missus talks a bit too much when you say, how's your day? And they go, oh, basically, what did you? Claire, she cleared that road, yeah? Oh, and then do you go, hey, listen, I'll be real, yeah? I'm not interested in this.
Yeah.
Go do it. Or do you put up with it?
No, I love.
Be honest.
I love my missus. Yeah.
Be honest. Because I know all women do that.
Listen, I check every single thing my missus does. Like, to the point where I literally don't care. And she gets annoyed.
You know when your missus goes, oh, how's your day? You go, yeah, it was good. They go, how's yours? And then they talk for ages.
Yeah.
You had that? I said mine was good. Well, after all, I'm walking past you. I'm walking by.
Yeah, but
I'm going to the kitchen.
You can't do that because she'll get annoyed. Right?
Yeah, but do you get that? Do you ever get that?
It's so funny as well, right? That it's so normal for a man to just be like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
And they want the detailed, what did you do? Where were you? Who were you with? Was it good? tell me something else about it as well.
Oh,
It's
funny.
mad.
Yeah,
It's
funny.
mad. It's mad.
It's funny.
Mansplaining is something that I'm not sure, but I think I might be doing. Because when we sit down to watch programs, right, or like a film or something,
Yep.
I will just say, pause it,
Yeah, yeah.
speak for a little bit,
That's mansplaining. Yeah.
and then
Oh,
I'll
you
say,
pause and then.
no,
What? Wait, what? No, what's. No,
He
wait.
pauses mid-film.
No,
He
don't
pauses
do
mid-film, yeah.
What's going on?
yeah.
Huh?
Because look,
No,
it's
no,
like this. It's
no,
like this.
bro,
No, this started because she wanted to
you don't
start
do that.
talking.
Bro, that's terrible.
That's mad,
etiquette.
isn't it? It's mad.
You
Listen,
can't do that.
I
Man
did
said
it
pause.
because
Oh, to be fair, this
Yeah,
is
no,
different. So
I did
she
it.
talks first.
I did it because she starts talking, right?
Yeah.
Well, she'll just start saying something random. Could be about the program, might not be. Right?
Okay.
And at that stage, that's fine.
Yeah.
But let's pause it so we don't miss any of the action.
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah, but you admitted to
Number
you
one,
now
bro.
pause
No,
it.
what I'm now doing is
Yeah.
I'm just like in control of the remote,
Okay.
and when I'm ready to talk or explain something, or
So you're telling me about watch film, but he
Or
goes,
maybe-
he goes, pause, go, do you see when he fell off the roof there, yeah? What's mad is, show that bomb, that was a C4, not C5.
Bro,
You see them things there?
You can't do that. Bro.
Yeah, anyway, I'm going to put it back on now.
I do that basically every
No,
program
bro,
we
that's
watch.
so. Bro, that's
Pauses
so
for it.
wrong.
He was doing
But
it
to
for
be honest-
Squid Game, pause it.
To be honest, I get annoyed because my-
Pause. What class do you think he's going to go on? I think on the left one.
Okay,
The right one's a bit mad,
Let me
though.
give you an example, right? I did do it in Squid Game because she started talking about this Korean word called Shiba. And I was
Okay.
like, that's great.
Yeah.
Pause it.
Yeah, and then you need to check
Pause.
what- oh,
Let's
yeah.
talk about it. When we finish talking about it, I'm pausing
Yeah,
it.
so do you know what?
Simple.
I agree with certain things that you're saying in terms of I like to catch every single detail. If for whatever reason I've read a message that's come from the group chat, and I
Yeah,
missed
you
something,
rewind it.
I rewind.
Yeah, you
he
love
knows
doing
that
that.
about me.
He rewinds
I've got
games,
some
bro.
sort
He
of
rewinds
weird
games.
OCD.
I've been with since a
I've
kid,
got
bro.
some-
He
yeah.
rewinds
I'm
games. If
slightly
you go to
rewind
watch,
the
if you
games.
go to watch football, I don't know if he does it anymore.
Oh,
If you go to
Formula
watch
One.
football, no, if you go to watch football with him.
Yeah.
I watch a United game or whatever.
he knows, bro.
Man United playing Liverpool or something. We're sitting there, everyone's got their beers out, everyone's chilling, watching football. If CJ's maybe speaking to someone, someone's spoke to him in the 35th minute,
He knows,
yeah, he will rewind the game.
Yeah, I'm
Back
slightly-
to
I'm slightly
33
autistic.
minute.
I'm slightly autistic.
And go right.
Do you fast forward it when there's like a throw in or something like that?
No, yeah, if I've caught up with what's going on. I don't
No,
really
he
do
waits till he
anything.
catches up.
But he's using that as an example, but I'm saying I can't miss any detail. So if I miss detail, that's why sometimes I get annoyed when my missus watches a 6 series that's come out without me. I get so pissed off. It's like one of my biggest.
What if she's watched one episode? Do you catch up?
Yeah, but I still
Yeah.
get annoyed though.
You should catch up, though.
But I don't like. I'm like, I need to know what's going
Oh,
on.
okay.
So I get that bit in terms of the pause, but the talking bit.
Why is that a big deal though? My missus does it sometimes. She just watches some series on her own, and then I go, okay, cool.
It's selfish.
That's great. Since Ironik's not here, yeah, we will talk a bit of football.
Might as well make sense. It's a little bit awkward when he says things like,
What's a euro?
"No, he
what's
said,
euros?
what's an Alonso? What's an Alonso?"
Ozil.
Yeah, but you know he trolls a lot though. You know that, right? He does troll a lot. Yeah, like he's not stupid.
Yeah,
He's not stupid. A lot of the things he says, actually, a lot of the group, he's trolling. You know,
I know
he's trolling. Like, he sometimes he slips up. You know when he talks about Drake, you know he's trolling a bit. Like, you know he's trolling a bit.
Right, you're both Manchester United fans.
I'm a real fan from day one.
Yes,
sir.
CJ is, you know,
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because you've backed him before.
yeah, he's a legend. I still back him.
No,
Legend.
no,
Legend.
we know he's a legend, but what about his managerial acumen? His CV is questionable at best.
No, decent at Mulder.
Decent at Mulder. Okay.
Also, he for the Man United reserves did really well, didn't he? Won the league.
We're not counting that though, bro. That's reserves, isn't it?
Why not?
Because it's reserves.
Just saying his CV is quite good.
Yeah.
We're not counting Cardiff relegation.
Oh, Cardiff. Oh, yeah.
That was the L. That was a big L.
He went in at a hard position though. He went in quite.
But to be very frank, yeah, what Ole's done, and this is what I keep saying, because a lot of people around me are Ole out, yeah. I feel like I'm the only
Are
Don.
you Ole in?
I'm Ole in, yeah, fully with chest. Even though I have arguments with him, and
Fully
I'm like,
with
yeah,
chest.
with chest, bro.
Are you watching the football?
Yeah, but
and tell me what you're saying.
This is what you need to understand. Yeah, Ole is not an elite manager. Of course, he's not. He's not in the same ilk as Pep, Klopp, Conte, these man. But what Ole has done better than any manager that's come previous to him is he's restored United's identity. There's a lot of things we were doing under Sir Alex that we changed.
What is that identity?
Well, I'll give you an example. When Moyes came in to take over from Sir Alex, he got rid of the boardroom staff straight away. Like, got rid of the coaches that were working with United, with Alex Ferguson. Got rid of them and said, I'm bringing in my dons from Everton. Yeah? And then suddenly United finish whatever in the season. Then Van Gaal comes in and it's like Mr. Militant, rigid football, boring. possession. Yeah.
Yep.
Changing like that's not
Great manager. Won the FA Cup.
But that's not United's identity.
Won the FA Cup.
And to be honest, Van Gaal was actually out of a lot of them. He's actually one of my favourites, only because of the way he moved. Was like there were signs of Sir Alex. But anyway, the whole point is you move on, then you go Mourinho. Now Mourinho is probably the most or the least United manager you will ever find on this earth. To be respectful, winner, but the way he plays football,
he won the treble.
In contrast to United's way of playing football.
Mourinho won the treble.
So basically, stop talking shit, bro. So obviously, so he loses his job because he thinks I'm Mourinho, I'm bigger than Man United. Yeah. Then you bring in Ole. Ole has steadied the ship, bro. We've gone from 6th to 4th
to second.
So 6th to 3rd to 2nd. If that's not progression in itself, what's progression?
No medals.
So what exactly? So the next level now, I admit, is he's got to win a trophy.
Would Sir Alex Ferguson? Would Sir Alex
win a trophy? If he doesn't win a trophy, then we can respectfully part ways. But I think he at least deserves a shot.
Well, Sir Alex Ferguson finishing 6th, 3rd, and 2nd.
Alex Ferguson didn't win anything until like 3 years in.
What we know that
something interesting happened with Sir Alex Ferguson. He was talking to Khabib.
Oh yeah,
I saw it.
The UFC former UFC champion, who's said you should always start your best players.
Facts.
So this comes after that comment came after Cristiano Ronaldo was left out of
Everton game.
Pogba left out of
the last game at Atlanta.
Last Champions League game against Atlanta.
Madness.
Yeah. But bro,
what is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's strength?
Well, this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Just to quickly answer your point, Sir Alex, as much of a legend as he is, he slightly contradicted himself a little bit.
Oh, how?
Because there were many times when Sir Alex didn't play his best players. Like, if he needed to get a job done, he'll bring in a Nicky Butt, or he'll bring in a Darren Fletcher, or John O'Shea, Phil Neville, utility man.
No, they started a few games, though. They started they were first-team players, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying to plug holes, he would drop at Paul Scholes.
No, I don't think he really dropped Paul Scholes. Not that I can remember.
Bro, rewind.
Unless Scholes was slightly injured.
Trust me, rewind. When we played, even times when we played Arsenal, he would shut up.
Was this towards the end of Scholes' career, though? I'm talking about Scholes' prime. I'm talking about Scholes' prime.
The whole point is, there were times where Sir Alex will keep one of those Scholes'
prime
on.
Oh, and bring in Park.
Yeah, exactly, Park. Now you get it.
I saw a stat, right, which said
G-Sun Park will start over like gigs.
But Park's good, though. He's actually really good.
He's one of these best players.
Park Ji-sung,
underrated. He was underrated.
Park Ji-sung is very necessary, especially because he was so hard-working. This is one of the problems with United and Cristiano Ronaldo, especially right now. He doesn't really do anything apart from sit on the last man. Yeah. And as a result,
and score goals.
You're basically playing the majority of the game with 10 men, which makes it quite difficult, especially in the modern game.
Yes.
Why is this going to work? Because at the moment, it looks like it's falling apart.
It's not working.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Ronaldo's not getting dropped. So deal with it. Deal with it, yeah?
And to answer your question, the reason why it works is because I think what's happened to United is exactly what's needed. Because now you're going to get a reaction. So you see Ronaldo in the last game against Atlanta, he was fucking. That's the hardest I've seen him work.
Yeah, I cooked it as well. Yeah,
like literally, I'm seeing man chase down,
running back,
like covering that left back. This
is mad. He's back there for corners
in the 96th minute of a game.
Yeah.
So what's happened is the media have stoked the fire, and now you're going to start seeing Ronaldo work, and it's like, okay, cool. Like maybe that's what he needed because he's scoring goals, but it was just the other part of his game.
Okay, about a year ago now, we were down the road recording, and we were about to record, and we were talking about Paul Pogba and whether or not he was worthy of the praise that he sometimes does get. Some people think that he is elite. Some people think that he falls short of the mark, especially when compared with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. Left out for the Atlanta start. Second half made a huge impact. Is that actually brilliant use of him? They have turned the game around and ended up winning it in the last minute.
Bro, I swear to you, like literally I had this conversation. Like obviously Anton and I, we talk a lot about this, yeah? Like United fans, we literally had this conversation about Pogba yesterday. The fact of the matter is, I'm a massive Pogba fan. I think talent-wise, he's arguably the best.
Why are you shaking your head?
Let me finish this. He's arguably the best, if not, he's easily in the top 3. Put KDB in there. Jorginho, I'm still not sure. I still think it's a bit early to start talking about him as that top three, that ilk, that class. But Pogba's easily top 2 or 3. But the whole point is, in terms of how we play, the same way you're saying about Ronaldo, does he work enough for the team? We know when the chips are down, like we are right now, you need people that are going to bleed and sweat on the pitch non-stop. Pogba, as much as he has that talent and arguably is United's best player, talent-wise, he doesn't bleed. Like, he does it for France. He does it for France, but he does it for United. And
listen, if you're a world-class player, you always start. I'm sorry. There's no
I don't
option of them in sub. Like, and this happened. It happens to a lot of clubs. Like Arsenal, Ozil, like he got kicked out of the team. At one point, he was playing youth team or something, right? Do you know how dumb that is? Like, as in, like, I don't care if he came in to training and said to the manager, "Suck your mum."
So
he still starts.
You think Ozil should have always started?
Always, every single game, because he's actually one of the best players I've seen. Every single game. But that's what I'm trying to say. When you drop your best players, I know people sometimes think in the short term this could be a good solution or make me look, unorthodox on my management style. But do you know what happens to most of those teams that start doing that and playing those games, like dropping their best players? Those teams suffer in the end. They suffer.
All right, let me say one thing, bro.
And then everyone's still going, "I told you so."
And so,
like
so you rated Mourinho. I know that at one point you thought, obviously we accept he's an elite manager, yeah?
Yeah, I love Mourinho.
Why did you not question Mourinho when he dropped Pogba? Is it, be real? Why?
No. I did question it. I'm the person who was always Pogba.
I thought you were team.
I was Mourinho in, but I was always Pogba starts every game.
Okay,
I've always been.
So you don't believe in dropping your world class players?
When everyone was saying Pogba out at one point.
So look, let me put it this way. Yeah. How long do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got left in the job?
I think because of this current day and age, it could be 1 week. It could be 1 day.
1 week.
It could, bro. I'll be real. Okay. Things are fickle, but I think the board believe in what he's trying to do. As I said, I feel like I'm in the minority. I believe in what he's trying to do as well. Like whether he's going to be the manager that takes.
So, do you like what is it you like?
Because
the football, the
because
style
I
of
feel
football.
like we had such a rough 6 years, 5 years, whatever it was since Fergie went. That for someone, especially a club legend, to come in, not just steady the ship, but actually progress the side and bring in the ilk of the players that we've got. Like, I'm seeing Bruno, Pogba,
with those
Ronaldo,
players, right? With those players, because he had an amazing window. You got obviously got Bruno already working his magic. You now have added not only the main target for the last 2 seasons, they've missed out on Sancho. Suddenly they're going slap bang 72 million, got him in the bag. Then you've added Rafael Varane, who's got more Champions Leagues in his fucking wardrobe than Manchester United themselves. You've added him, World Cup winner. You've got Cristiano fucking Ronaldo up top. There's no actual room for any excuses. You have to win a trophy this season.
Ollie knows that.
Ollie knows that. What we're seeing so far is really worrying.
But I still think it's too early to tell. I really do. I think it's too early to tell.
Right.
Because look how tight.
So what's your cut-off point? Because you're saying that you could get it in a week, but
you have to beat Liverpool. I'm saying,
well, we don't know when this would have dropped after. Let's see. But I'm saying that he deserves to see out the season. I'm saying,
wow.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because the way football works, the way life works, man, they could very well just go and beat Liverpool. That would just be very football.
This is what I mean.
It's just that common sense, and from what the eye is telling me, is like this. I sat there during that Champions League game, that Atlanta game, and I was just thinking, like, wow, he actually doesn't know what he's doing. Because as soon as he made the changes, it suddenly was like, wow, look at this team.
Taking off McTominay and bringing on Pogba. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna change things a bit.
So you think he basically should have started a team that he ended with?
Well, the argument to kind of counter that is they ended up winning.
Yeah, but come on, bro. The dynamics are different. Certain men are tired. Like, you get, like, do you know what I mean? You can't say that's the only reason why.
Think about that. Pogba on the bench. Think about that.
It's just the whole game. I was thinking, wow, people are just going to be fuming. Let
me tell you how awkward that is. Yeah, it's so awkward. Like, I think even McTominay, when he was starting for, well, I shouldn't really be starting. Like, it's this one. Like, he knows. Like, why is Pogba on the bench?
Them ones.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, them ones.
Okay, right. Let's move it on. Steve Bruce has been sacked as Newcastle manager.
Big him up.
Brucey.
I felt quite sorry for him.
Yeah. He got his 1000th game. That's good.
I'm hearing.
I think that was nice of them.
Yeah,
to give them that.
They would have fired him before that, but I think one of their advisors said, "Oh, it's his 1000th game coming up." It's like, okay,
you'll look heartless if you sack him like
just
that.
before the fact.
I just want to give you go on that point that you said. you feel sorry for him. I'll be real, I don't feel sorry for him in any way whatsoever.
Oh, why not?
Because ultimately, we keep saying this, like, he's making enough money, bro. I think he's going to be okay.
Oh,
He's
money
gone
isn't
out,
everything,
but
though,
he's gone
bro.
out with his head held high. Like, now, everyone will be like...
No,
Have
he's-
Newcastle won a game this
He's
season?
actually gone on record to say that
Yeah.
it's probably going to be his last job
Yeah.
because of the abuse that he suffered.
Yeah.
It's not only been really difficult for him, but he said his family have found it really difficult with social media,
Yeah.
calling him trash, a cabbage head, lacking any managerial acumen, blah, blah, blah. He is actually probably, it's too far away ago for most people to remember, but he is like a seriously good footballer, was a seriously good footballer.
Of course.
Manchester United legend in his own right.
Yep.
He's really unlucky not to have played for England. He scored 19 goals in a season, and for a centre-back to do that is just fucking unreal. So he definitely knows a thing or two about football. He's been around the block. He's won basically everything there is to win.
And even at Birmingham, he
domestic.
did a great job. In terms of, like, he's had spells as a manager where he's been absolutely class.
Yeah, at Hull is good, yeah.
Yeah, when I say I don't feel sorry for him, I mean in the sense of, like, he's going to be okay regardless.
He's going to be okay, but I felt sorry for him because of the abuse that he suffered.
Yeah, of course.
People feel this is something that a couple of managers have really kind of jumped on as well, to say, look, this is your fault, you know, to the press in their press conferences.
Good. Good, rightly so.
And I have to feel sorry for someone that feels like they've been abused, basically.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that, you know, I rate him especially madly as a manager. The thing is, it's exciting for fans who were desperate to get rid of him as to who they're going to get next, where the club are going. So,
Who do you think they will get next?
Anton.
I think it will be either Gerrard or because it makes sense. They're not too tightly connected with Liverpool, so he can. Yeah, if he can do well there, like he's done at Rangers, because obviously Gerrard's waiting for the Liverpool job. You know, I think Klopp's even come out and said that Gerrard's getting the job after me, only Gerrard. So they're just sort of waiting. But I think that could work. But other than that, I know I'm hearing other names like Brendan Rodgers. I just don't know. Brendan Rodgers actually...
He's not going to go. He's not going to leave.
I don't think so. But the one thing that made contemplate it was, I think Steve Bruce said that the Newcastle manager job is now the best job in the world and everyone will want it. Everyone. He said, and he literally said verbatim.
That's another reason why I felt sorry for him, because he's like a Newcastle fan as a kid.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course
His whole
he
family in
is.
Newcastle. That's his dream job.
Yeah.
Suddenly they've got the fucking financial takeover, and then they've kicked him out after one game.
Any manager in the world right now, I think any manager would consider. I'm saying everyone.
No, Mourinho said he's not.
He was like top of my list. He was top of my list.
He said,
he's done with the Prem.
I've signed with Roma for 3 years. I'm not leaving.
Yeah, obviously.
He had to say that.
He had to say that, but guess what? He's kicking himself. Of course, if he waited, that's the job he wanted. He was coming and say, what, 300 billion? We're buying every man.
He's like, if only I was free a little bit longer.
Yeah.
If he was free,
He would have grabbed that. Oh, my days.
Mourinho was
Maybe he'll
available
try
right
and get
now.
himself sacked.
It's possible.
If Mourinho was available right now,
That is the best job out.
100%.
Well, you're going unlimited. So what do you do? Like the only thing you got to do now, you got to get a manager that's quite good at convincing players over. I'd say. And I think Mourinho was one of those people. But you need to be able to convince a player to come over.
Definitely.
Maybe Gerrard could do that, because obviously money is not going to get you every player. You need to be able to like sell the dream. Listen, we're going to build this team around you.
Gerrard's a good shout, you know. I actually can see
because he's got legacy. He's got a legend status.
I can see that.
There's people said Lampard as well.
I don't think that's a statement.
Oh, you think a statement? It needs to be a big statement. Gerrard's a good shout. Yeah,
they've got to do things the right way as well. I think the thing about money and having a lot of it is that you can do the best of the best.
Yeah.
So they will have people that have studied how to transform a club into a successful one.
Definitely.
And that isn't always just spending the most money. It can be making sure you're signing the very right guy for the job. And they'll have to build this over the course of a few years. It's not just going to happen overnight. But you would think that in one window, January coming, they will be looking to either sign people on the dotted line then and there, or be looking to move to a lot of the free agents. Because that's the way that football seems to be going right now.
That's it.
Get them all on free contracts.
they'll definitely spend in January. I'm telling you that. They'll definitely throw down just a light billion. Just and say, listen, who's about? You know what's that? Who's on it?
Yeah.
Trust me.
Who is about all the clubs who've got Deadwood?
Coutinho is
Yeah.
Deadwood.
Suddenly, it's just like
100%. Coutinho's-
they must be getting 100 phone calls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Like who's Deadwood?
Coutinho's gonna go to
Coutinho.
Newcastle.
Oh yeah,
What
Coutinho.
about United? Who are you ready to get rid of?
But I hate.
Is Coutinho 32? 33?
I don't know, but just to answer your question,
Who'd we give up?
Martial will go.
Martial. Oh, he might go to Newcastle.
He'd be
He
perfect.
could go to Newcastle.
He could go to
Perfect.
He
Newcastle.
could definitely go to
Yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah.
It's not far away from Manchester
Yeah.
as well.
It's
Do you know
quite
what
exciting, man. They could be really
Yeah, they
dangerous.
could do
really
it.
He'll
quick.
do well there. Yeah.
He probably will tear it up.
They might have it. Just
Make
take
him start.
Aubameyang for a cheeky year.
Yeah,
Just for a cheeky year.
Take Aubameyang.
Yeah, for a year.
Lacazette on a free.
Yeah. Lacazette, bless him. Why does he keep coming on and scoring? He's so. Why is he not starting? Like he's actually like Lacazette.
They could actually.
He seems like a really nice
He
guy.
can talk to clubs from January.
Laka will go Newcastle, bro. Laka will go Newcastle.
Why doesn't he just start for Arsenal? He seems alright.
Okay, right. Let's move this conversation on. John Lewis TV ad.
Oh,
Have you both seen it?
Yeah. Anton's favourite advert at the moment.
Is that your favourite ad?
That's what he was saying.
It's caused a bit of a stir. This is
no.
an advert. It's an advert for home insurance.
Yeah, it's a bit of a random
which
one.
is fucking ironic because I've got to be honest.
I'm ordering.
I just don't know if any of the stuff that's done in that is going to be covered by the insurance that they're offering. But anyway, this has been making the headlines because it's got a kid who's dressed as what is he dressed in a dress?
Yeah.
He's dressed in a dress with
And I think
makeup on. He's
lipstick as
doing
well,
lots of
yeah.
dances and whatnot. It's all over social media, and mums, school kids, and teachers all having their say. I thought I'd get your thoughts first because you're a parent, and it's obviously you that sent it to the WhatsApp group as well. So
Yeah, I've spoken to my missus about it as well. Not for me, ludicrous.
ludicrous.
It's
I thought we was talking
Poor-
about the rapper for some reason. I was like,
poor parenting.
what? What's poor parenting?
Just letting your young son dress up with makeup and dresses on big man
Okay,
TV.
I mean, the first thing is, it's obviously an actor. The kid is an actor, so
So he's not actually gay. Or he's not actually.
he's not actually gay. What do you
transgender.
mean?
Who said he's gay? He just wears dresses. Yeah.
So what you would like?
See, this
what's
is
the
so
issue?
like he's got you already. He's got you.
Yeah, well, I'm just being
He's
real. I
got
don't know how you mean. Well, what's
I'm
the-
back, baby. I'm back.
Go on. And what? Karen?
The kid is in makeup,
Yeah.
causing a lot of damage in the yard,
Okay.
and there's the mum and the sister in the yard as well.
Yeah.
And they just kind of letting this happen, this
Oh, yeah.
foolishness happen, while this kid is just chucking shit everywhere, breaking shit, drawing on shit,
Yeah.
just running around like a madman. And listen, the thing that's really kind of caused controversy is that I guess people are saying that it's pushing an agenda.
Yeah,
Of course
I've
it is.
seen
It's
that.
disgraceful.
I've
It's a
seen
mess.
that. I've
Okay,
seen
what-
They're
that.
trying to brainwash kids. Come on, it's it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Hold on a second. What do you mean they're brainwashing kids?
You don't need to be putting on TV daytime young boys dressed as girls because it could have an influence on young kids, and they'll just think, okay, so that's fine to do. But listen, and I know everyone say,
But-
why can't they? It is fine to do. You can do it. Listen, nah.
No dancing in your house.
Huh? What, in dresses? And lipstick and what? And pearls? What? And big high heels? No, G. Yeah.
But you know what they said after the parents came out were like, I don't see why he's getting all this criticism because he plays FIFA, he plays football, he's active, he gets muddy, and like
What?
this is what he does. Like, why does it matter what he does? Why does it matter what he does on the TV advert when he's as boyish as they
Well,
come?
the sad thing is that
Yeah.
the kids ended up getting a whole bunch of abuse.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Oh, what a surprise. Did they not expect that?
So the
You know when you're under
parents-
10,
Yeah.
under 11, they're the biggest cussing days ever. Would you agree?
Yeah,
They're the days. You got cussed for anything.
No, but
If there was a mark on your shoe,
yeah,
shit shoe,
yeah.
anything.
But the abuse is online though.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is the parents that allowed that kid to go on TV and dress as a girl, did they not think,
Yeah.
oh, he might get a bit bullied here?
Well,
But
they probably thought this, if he's into acting or he's trying to get into TV, this is his first major gig.
Exactly.
And they obviously,
There you go.
Everyone's
they've
talking
obviously,
about it as
they've
well.
obviously landed a John Lewis advert, national gig, which is going to be really well paid. I would imagine at least 30 bags.
Yep.
And for an 11-year-old kid, is he 11?
Yeah.
That is,
And they
money
also
that could do something in the future.
and that's what they want you to do at one point. Every time you get an offer, you man wear a dress and you get paid more.
Okay, so
you'll get a big one, and you know it happens. Dave Chappelle.
Some say one of the criticisms that they're getting is that the parents took the money for themselves, so they're basically forced.
The mum didn't though.
No, but that's one of the criticisms they were getting on Twitter.
Right.
That's what people were saying.
She's clarified that the kid's getting all the money.
Exactly.
Oh, so you think if my boy got a call from John Lewis and said, "Look, we want you to do a Christmas advert, got to wear a dress and all that," you think I would say, "Cool, yeah, wicked."
Well, did you talk to your missus about this?
I wouldn't even need to because she thinks like me. Right? I'd go, "No, thank you." So I'll go, "So no, thank you."
Because you have got your missus has definitely got an interest in your kid pursuing the modelling / acting, whatever else happens, career.
Yeah.
So if that happens.
No, we just decline the offers.
Would you just step in at that stage and say,
decline?
"Son, well, you're not really involved in this, so what right do you have to say what goes and what doesn't?"
I decline. Father.
The John Lewis gig's a big gig, bro.
We'll decline that one. Declining
the 30-bag gig.
Denzel Washington said at the beginning of his career, after his first 2 movies, he got offered a big role to play a gay man. Yeah, but really camp gay man, right? Only 3. He only done 2 films, and they'd come for him already. They said, "Listen, we'll double what you'd be making. Dress up as a girl, yeah, suck Willie, whatever." and he's gone no. And very few people go no. They're the ones that are seen as outside the matrix and past this. And they go, "No, I don't want to do that. No, thank you."
So you got to keep the same energy though, bro.
Because I know he would dress up as a girl if they offered him 100 bags.
Kill story. When
100 bags.
Big Brother, and I swear to you, one of my boys
Here we go.
will clarify.
We've heard this one.
When I took out Big Brother, obviously after about 6 months, money was low, right? So obviously offers start coming your way. I can't remember what magazine. I think it was the Gay Times.
Gay Times, yeah.
Gay Times. He got an offer from one of his agents, and I heard the call. It was like, listen. I'm sorry, I haven't got you any work for this month. No PAs.
Your agent offered you the Gay Times.
They said no, but he said it humbly though. He said it in a very humble manner. He said, "Look, I'm sorry, we ain't got any bookings. It's a bit of a quiet market, but there has been one offer for you to dress up in your pants and or potentially naked for Game Times." Gay Times. I think it was only like 2 bags or something.
$2,000.
2 bags.
Yeah, it was
$2,000.
Oh, they did not rate you at all. Oh my god.
Listen, money was low, right? But after a
2
while,
bags for the full.
The P dries.
You know at the time, if it was 10 bags plus, I would have done it.
After Big Brother, the P dries up. You know that. Like, so like we had a good
Why
run.
had the P dried up after 6 months?
No, he had a good run for like 9 months. I'd say
8 months.
8 months. But anyway, the whole point was.
Do you know what? You missed out on social media. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know.
But listen,
I was on like social cam.
Bro,
that's how old I am.
Yeah, that's mad.
I've never even heard of that.
Bro, I haven't even finished the clincher. He got the offer, and he actually genuinely considered it. He was like,
if it was 10 bags more.
Yeah, and I had to G-check him.
So you would have done, for 12 bags, you would have done...
It was nude, innit? Nude on Gay Times.
No, it would have been topless.
Yeah,
my jeans like this, yeah.
No, you don't get 12 bags for the jeans, bro.
That thought,
it's the Gay Times.
No, wake up, G.
It would have been front cover though, front cover. Front cover, G.
Okay, and at that stage, if you do that, you don't have any right to talk to this little 11-year-old kid.
Thank you.
But guess what?
Exactly.
Guess what? I didn't do it though.
Yeah, but you nearly did.
No, I think that's a joke.
I stopped you, bro. I stopped you.
I don't think I really would have, to be fair, because I would have thought about respect and name, credibility. Yeah, Jesus. I still got my respect and my name. Mad.
Just about.
Anton, you've had the vaccine.
Yeah, number 1. Vac suit.
This is so funny because you genuinely... I'm going to put the clip in now. Run the clip.
Run the clip.
Man's a tracksuit, not vac-suit. Well, I guess it's vac-suit, not tracksuit, because tracksuits disappeared off the face of the fucking planet.
Confirmed chatting shit. Oh, confirmed one.
We need to talk about what changed your mind, basically.
CJ said he's getting it, so I said, okay, cool.
What?
Yeah.
You're a sheep.
Yeah, no, GNA.
It is GNA. He does.
Yeah, I was waiting.
He waits for me.
I was waiting.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
He admits that.
He said he needs to go to New York.
He's my brother. That's why.
He said he needs to go to New York and stuff. He said for travel, and he said he's gonna get it. I said, cool, I'll get mine.
Just like that.
Yeah.
But also
so nothing to do with protecting yourself or your family or.
I just thought.
Troll, bro.
No, because I thought.
That as well.
No, because I thought, raw. If CJ's getting it, it's time to get it. Everyone's getting it.
So your missus hasn't been giving you any stress over it?
Oh, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Just like, giving me what's it called, statements and just saying loads of things. Yeah. Like, oh, if your kids die because of COVID, that's all.
Okay.
None of that was working. But then when CJ, my boy got it, or all our boys have got it, and other than me and CJ, and he said he doesn't get it. I said, cool.
Oh, so people you know have had COVID now?
No, everyone got the vax.
Oh,
Everyone got the vax.
Yeah,
And we're the last ones left. So I was just waiting.
One thing I will say is that if you rewind to previous episodes that I've been in as well, I've always said I was going to get a vax eventually. I said I wasn't sure.
You just still haven't though.
No, I've done the first one as well.
There we
got
go.
your first one.
You just want to talk about it.
Yeah, I did. I just kept
How
doing it
did
quietly.
how did you feel?
I was calm, bro.
Your arm hurt?
Yeah. No, I was alright. It hurt like maybe like an hour, 2 hours max. And I was fine. A little bit. The thing is, when you do gym work, it's like the same.
When's your second one?
Wow.
I ain't put that yet.
Oh.
But yeah, he's right. Obviously, I wanted to go away. I'm looking to go to New York at one point in the year.
You got to get a booster as well. So there's a couple more left to go, G.
Yeah, the whole
Booster.
me getting it is not like a co-sign that I agree with what's going on in the government, but I hate
No,
to
it's just
say
that you're a compliant sheep.
absolute
Sheeple.
compliance, 100% compliance.
I hear you.
I hate
Listen,
to say
you know you're saying it in jest, but realistically, they're already talking about pushing booster jabs before Christmas.
It's mad.
Or pushing them out before Christmas.
Yeah.
Are you going to be happy to take a third or more jabs?
When I saw, I couldn't believe it. When I got my first one the other day, I saw in the line. I was in the health centre. I was like, there was a lot of people in front of me, and one by one, they kept going up to the dons, all the girls, and saying, "So, which one are you getting today? Is it the first, second, third, or fourth?"
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like,
Fourth.
I was like, what? Fourth? I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But everyone, and then just people skipping to the front, being like, "This is my third. This is my fourth. This is my what?" I was like, "This is like it's like a game now to some man. It's like just keep going and keep getting topped up, like it's a phone. I don't know what's going on, bro. It's mad."
I guess the idea being that if the first and second are to protect you from one or two types of the virus, the top-ups further help you keep like a booster and also can protect you from the newer strains.
Absolutely, and I completely get that. But I felt like it's people that are super compliant and enjoy the process of being jabbed. So like the flu jab.
Yeah.
I've never ever once had the flu jab.
Never.
Whereas there's some people that take it quite happily on a regular basis because it's like obviously they just want to protect themselves.
The elderly.
No, younger
Mostly.
people than that.
Oh, right,
Not just elderly, yeah. So I've never really been that sort of person. So obviously now there been a process of continuously having to get a booster. Obviously the booster I assume will be optional. They're not going to make everyone do a booster to travel.
Oh, okay.
I doubt they'll do that.
Okay.
I don't think they'll do that. So if they did that, then obviously that would be a problem. But yeah, for me personally, I'll do what I need to do just to get by and travel. I'm not looking to do boosters, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jabs. Like,
So
talk about Delta Plus now.
Just to clarify, right, it's basically nothing to do with health for you or safety.
Absolutely nothing to do with it whatsoever.
It's just so I can travel.
Get the job done.
Yeah. Ease, basically.
Right.
And I've taken the hit that I don't think it's detrimental enough to get in the way of what I'm doing in my life. Like I know there was some videos that were going around where there was like people who were having bad consequences from taking the jab. I think there was someone who was like
Couldn't
walk or something, couldn't move. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. There's been some mad videos on.
She wrote an essay saying,
Fucking, there's been
"It's
some
the vax."
Wasn't it they could walk before the
Yeah,
vaccine?
yeah, and then suddenly their
Lost
legs
the
can't
ability to
move.
walk. Yeah.
It's disgusting. Like it's disgraceful when you hear that and you're just like, what's going on? And that, bro, it's not just one. There's quite a few. So obviously you're thinking that. And then I remember Trax was talking about it as well. He was like, that's why he was so put off doing it.
Yeah, because I was close to doing it ages ago, and then I saw that video.
He said, "Bun it, bro. I want to walk."
Yeah,
So,
walking.
but I always thought these are like really, really extreme cases. Like I don't know, it looks mad, but it sounds, I don't know, they might have something underlying that we don't know about. Right. Whereas for me now, it's a case of I want to go New York, bro. I want to go Miami. I want to go. There's a lot of
with your
things I
missus,
wanna
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Oh.
See it. So unless you got a green card or whatever, get me. You need to take the vax to go America.
Now that you've had the vaccine, does that mean you don't like social distance?
Nah, he's still doing them things.
You still wear a mask?
I wear a mask still. Yeah.
Where do you wear a mask? What?
I
Where?
wear a mask when I'm getting on the tube. I wear a mask.
Oh, I don't go on the tube.
Yeah.
And there've been no side effects to the vax.
I don't. Wait,
You what? What used to?
No side effects.
what was that?
Wait, what's going on?
Do you get any side effects with the vax?
Don't do that.
You got side effects?
Yeah,
No, I didn't get any
just
side
twitches.
No,
Do you get twitches?
no, you're scaring
my
me.
God.
Right. He's lost it, bro.
You're
He's
fucking
lost it.
around.
He's
Are you
lost
fucking
it.
around?
My
No, don't-
left arm
don't say
hurt
that.
for longer than
Yeah, I
everyone
can
else
tell,
said.
I can tell,
Like,
yeah.
everyone said a day max.
Yeah.
I was there for 5
Yeah,
days.
what's that about?
I was like, why is my arm still hurting? I couldn't sleep on my left side. Mad. Oh my
Bro, you need
days.
to man up, innit? I
No,
realize
but
you
it's,
don't do any gym
my
work.
body doesn't like these things. That's
Yeah,
what
I can tell. Nah, bro, it's calm, bro. It's just a little like touch on the left shoulder.
Okay, so
Touch the left shoulder.
I guess that's it then. It's official. Like, I'm the last man standing.
Yeah. Because Ironik's, he's obviously on the booster now. He's on the third one. Man said he's on the booster. He's like, one booster.
I don't know why you're laughing, because once you've had one,
Yeah.
you have opened up the door to having the second. Once you have the second, what is the difference in your head as to having a third and not?
Yeah, true.
Is it
true,
like
true.
some big I'm
Like,
I've done
bro,
what-
I've given you my reasons. I'm getting what I need to get done to keep it moving.
So if they tell you need a third one,
if they said no, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
no, but I'm not
I
saying.
don't-
Listen, we didn't think fucking lockdown was going to
I
happen.
don't think they're gonna start saying you need a third one to go to. I don't know, I know
Okay,
you're saying it's
but
not
let's just say
possible.
theoretically they say you need the third booster to travel. Are you going to
Then
get the booster?
Then you get the
You get
third.
the booster.
Yeah, you get the booster. You might as well carry on the
So
precedent.
you're just in the fucking cycle.
What about
Well,
when
we kinda
we're on
all
the
are, bro.
20th booster? And they go, look, just the 21st, and we're done. 21st
I
one.
don't know why you're laughing.
It's possible.
This
It's
is going to
possible,
be a
yeah.
monthly
It is
subscription
possible,
thing,
it's
isn't
possible.
it?
It's possible. So we're all, but the thing is, we spoke about this, bro. We're all in the matrix, and the worst scenario is when you try and get yourself out of the matrix that you're already in.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
It's a bit.
You
dumb.
sound like someone who's accepting of being in the
because
matrix.
you got because once you're in the matrix, the next thing is to understand the matrix. Once you understand,
Would you say the only way to be out of the matrix is to be like that guy that went viral who lived in the woods with nothing?
exactly
Is that out of the matrix?
100%?
Because he lives in the woods. He
100%.
said he hasn't seen a TV or a mobile for 12 years.
100%. That's no, bro. You're laughing.
Is that
but
out of the
That's
matrix?
fully out the matrix, bro. Like that's as out of the matrix you get.
Yeah.
But who wins, really, though? No, why are you laughing? Who wins? No, be real. Who wins? Who actually wins?
Does he not win?
Who wins?
Freedom.
Huh? Do you just want freedom?
Bro, listen. right?
No, it's a bit long.
See the
bro. It's a
freedom
bit
that
long.
you're asking for. The freedom is surely fucked now. It's gone. You've signed up on the dotted line. Your blood is on the fucking app.
Not really,
Yeah?
bro.
You are now.
Yeah.
What about these passports?
Okay, what to go?
They're not
abroad?
happening. They're not.
What do you mean they're not happening?
Vaccine passports.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
What do you mean though? Like how?
Well, I'm asking you, what do you think about them? Do you think there should be a thing?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I basically just want to be able to go to New York and say, double vax, let me through.
So you are pro-vaccine passport
Bro,
as well?
I've signed up to the Matrix, bro.
No, I need clarification.
Yes,
You-
yeah, I'm
so-
fully, yeah. I
Okay,
am, I
right.
am,
So
for
you're
real.
pro-vaccine passports. So what about the people that don't have the vaccine? You're saying they shouldn't be allowed in?
No, I'm saying it's peak, bro. I'm saying I hate the fact that they won't be allowed in. I think
No,
if,
no, no, wait,
I'm
wait,
saying
no,
if
no,
something
no.
can be done to change it, then great.
What? I'm worried about you.
What? No,
I'm very worried about you.
that's
Last week you said you didn't want free speech. You wanted controlled free speech.
Yeah, for real though. For real. You know
Now
the
you're
ones there,
saying you
for
want
real.
vaccine passports. Mate, there's a worrying trend here.
Vaccine passports.
Controlled.
Bro, no, because like I
Mad,
said,
innit?
let me say why. Yeah, let me say why. Yeah. First of all, you need to, as I said, when you're in the game, you need to understand the game. When you're in the matrix, understand the matrix. Once you understand the matrix, you complete the matrix. It's really that simple.
Okay.
Wait.
Are you right? Is everything okay? What's going on? What-
It's really
What's
that
going
simple,
on?
bro. It's
What's
that
what's
simple.
actually going on though?
It's that simple.
So hold on.
Yeah.
To understand the Matrix, you've got to be first trapped by the Matrix.
Bro, you're trapped by the matrix.
No, some of us have got foresight. I'm not having it.
Okay, fine. Do you not think we're in the matrix?
No, I think some people are fully in, some are semi out,
Okay.
and very few are fully out.
Bro, no
Very
one's
few.
fully out of the
Yeah, the guy in the woods.
Listen,
the guy in the
anyone,
woods.
anyone in this room right now, I just say it, bro.
Yeah.
You are in the matrix.
Semi.
Yeah, but you're still in. I don't mind about semi, but you're still in.
Yeah, just touching base occasionally.
Yeah.
Very occasionally.
Fair enough. You don't. Okay, you don't.
like,
know
yeah,
the
I know what
answer,
you're saying. I know
Bro,
what
we're
you
in the
mean, yeah.
matrix, bro. I hate
Right,
to
you
admit,
just
but we are.
yeah. It's just that I find it just a little bit worrying that people are
Bro, I get.
signing their life and rights
In a
away.
different time, yeah, Not in our era. Probably
Or
10,
at least
15
they're
years.
being forced to. That's the thing I think.
I think it won't be our era. I think it'll be maybe 15 years
So
from now. But I think there's going to be a generation where...
No. I was going to say, to clarify.
Wait, let me just say this. I think there will be a generation that it will be okay to say, no, I'm not in the Matrix. And then they will actually do something about it. Like, they will have the resources to actually topple the people in charge. Whereas I don't think we're at that point yet where we can do that. I think we're bridging the gap for the next wave to do that.
Well, we're not bridging any gap for anyone. We're signing up to everything that the people who are already in charge are telling us to do. So
yeah, but people are asking questions, bro. People are fighting. People are still against it. There's a lot of people there's people people are publicising their views.
At times, right, it's really difficult to say that you're not full of shit because you're pro everything, and then in your life you do the exact fucking opposite. You're like the ultimate liberal in your words, and then your actions, you're fucking Tory.
Yeah, you're Tory. You are Tory.
How?
Bro,
My actions.
How?
I was in so hang on, taking the vax makes me pro-Tory.
Well, no, it's not the pro-vax thing. It's like, I mean, vaccine passports, basically, and there being some sort of segregation in society as a result of pro-choice or a lack of choice is conservative at best. It's fucking fascist in a way.
Okay, so I agree with that, yeah. But what if your action, so you're saying me actually taking it was me sort of succumbing to because this is what I'm trying to say exactly, bro. Exactly
it's not that. It is the ability to have the choice and for it not to have sort of detrimental effect on my life if I choose not to. That's why.
Okay, I hear that, bro. And I actually understand your viewpoint because I feel the same. But the only problem is I've accepted that I don't think there's enough that I single-handedly can do about it.
And that's fine. You're more than entitled to do that. But then at the same time, you can't pretend to be this like, I'm for the people, like, you know.
I hear that, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You need to get, but bro, no one's perfect, bro. Do you know what I mean? Even the fucking most elite liberalists you'll find, you could probably pick holes in one or two things he or she has done. And this is what I'm trying to say, bro.
Everyone's been put in a difficult position. I get it. It's you that I'm most surprised by, because you were staunchly against this a matter of months ago. Maybe even shorter than that.
I was just against it. I was like, don't need to get it, not for me. But I'm always quite neutral with a lot of things, man. I didn't really care enough to be, doing, protesting with my banner and all that.
So what was it that you thought, or that made you think, do you know what, I'm just going to...
I just don't like rushing to things that get announced, that are released, or like, hi guys, come and get some donuts, they're free, around at the corner. I'm not running to get the donut. Like, I want to see everyone else, what everyone else is doing first. And if a couple of my friends drop dead, cool, then I won't get it. So, I mean, you just gotta see who's.
No one died.
Yeah, so everyone seemed alright. All the dons seemed, oh, okay, I'll get it. That was literally it. Yeah. And that is quite sheepish / like when the kings, like King Henry VIII, used to have food tasters and wine drinkers. It's letting those dummies check if there's poison in your food. Then they die. Yeah. So I was treating everyone around me as hamsters. Like, you lot go first, and then cool.
Bro, Christmas is going to be a shambles politically. Like, a lot of things are going to happen. There's going to be no petrol, not enough toilet roll, not enough gifts on the shelves.
I'm flying out. I'm flying away.
Actually happening?
I can, bro. You know when you can just tell things, bro. Come on, like the way everything's moving, there's going to be a lot of short supply and high demand for a lot of things, and it's going to get peaked. That's why slightly a lockdown might not actually be a bad idea for a week or two.
Lockdown affects everyone differently.
Fully, bro. Fully.
Kanye West looks like he's been affected. What's going on with this new haircut?
He's fine, man. Let's just go haircut.
What is that? Do you think it's like art?
In his head, is art.
Do you think it's art?
Yeah, I think he's a revolutionary?
Visionary.
Do you think
visionary.
Do you think he's thought through that hair?
Yes.
Or do you think he's just gone?
No, he's thought through it.
He's
thought through it. But sometimes some things Kanye does, which are like, he doesn't think through everything, but that's something I think he thought through. Sometimes he doesn't think.
That's made to look random.
Yeah.
You know, like the ripped jeans.
Yeah. Just mad as well. Give
ripped.
it maybe a year. People start doing that haircut. People start doing that.
He
one.
is that sort of person.
What do you call that haircut?
Shit.
You call it Kanye.
Bro.
Yay. Can I get the yay?
It looks stupid.
Can I get the yay?
I mean, that's
kids will do it now though. You know, right?
That should be a
Honestly,
£2,
it looks
£3 haircut.
Stupid, bro. Don't forget with these Yeezys though.
But then he'll say, "You lot are in the Matrix, and why do you decide what looks stupid and what doesn't look stupid?"
Exactly.
He'll say, "Why is that
I've been
stupid?"
thinking about recently, right?
He's got the
When you say the word normal,
Yeah.
normal is what you've decided is acceptable.
For
Yeah.
real. For real.
So to me, what's normal is totally different to you. What's normal? So to
I'd add an extra layer to that. It's also what society has decided is normal.
yeah, but who the fuck is society?
But this
To
is
me,
do
who are
you know who impacts?
Because you need rules.
It's
You
the
do
me-
need rules.
It's the
What?
me.
You do need rules.
Can I tell you
To keep people in order and
Yeah.
to control people.
Well, yeah, because if there weren't rules, then a man could run here and just stab us in the head, all three of us dead, and they
life,
and they
isn't
can
it?
just
It's
walk off
life,
and go
yeah.
go football next day.
But you know what?
If there were no rules and law,
you know,
you know,
what,
right?
you know what controls.
And is that if the world's like that, it becomes long. Like they know this as well. It becomes long because ultimately you're
then
gonna get killed, or some people
no.
to try and kill you all the time.
You know what? Right? Hopefully, you build a society which is responsible enough to either respond in such a way that it scares people into not doing that, or you have enough respect amongst each other to not want to do that.
Agree.
I think there needs to be law and order.
There's one more problem though. You know what controls normality? What's the number one
Fear.
thing that being in a
No, because if there were no rules,
actually
if there were,
impacts and shapes normality.
it's
as an entity,
government. No,
as a-
government have done it.
Is it
Government
government? Wait
because
for it.
it's government.
No, bro.
No.
no. I'll
Media
tell you
or
what.
something.
Media. Thank
No,
you.
because the reason to say that is because if
Media.
there was no law, order, government, or rules, yeah, if there was no, it never existed. There'll be 35-year-old man with like 6-year-old kids
No.
walking the street,
Yeah.
lips it,
Okay.
and none of us would think that's not normal because it's like.
No, again,
It's always been normal.
society can police that. You don't need the police to police society.
So you think without rules, law, government ever existing,
Well, the
you think
police have only been around for like 150
all right,
years.
our governments and rules, if you think they didn't exist, yeah, because remember back in Caesar's day and all these olden days, they, for example, could marry children.
Yeah, nonsense.
Yeah,
Loads of nonsense.
and because it was legal, because it was no one said anything, right?
That's society, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying, so how comes then no one said, oh, do you know what? You shouldn't sleep with that 10-year-old girl, like, allow it. Because everyone thought, oh, come. Do you get it? And then law came in and said, oh, by the way, you can't do
But that's only because
minimum
like,
age.
the
That's a bit
general
mad.
consensus that people's thinking is that it's
Media
no
feeds
longer
on
normal.
people's
It
senses,
was
yeah.
normal.
Oh,
Media controls policy.
Yeah, but the
bro.
people's thinking, those people are government and law, and they're the people that decided. That's what I'm saying.
The society.
Eventually.
Or the what
It's
you
about the
talking about?
lawmaker. It's about
The lawmakers, the
Yeah, but
policy
have you
makers.
seen
I
the
mean, I
fact
would
that they can
imagine that
last?
the lawmakers were the most powerful people, and they, as a result, kind of get the kids to do the nonsense.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause that's just how the
It's
elite
mad,
sometimes
bro. Yeah.
it seems, anyway.
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's a good thing having law and order. It is for so many different things.
Look, I get what you're saying.
We
I'm
all
kind
live
of being
longer.
pedantic, but at the same time, you can create a society which is responsible enough for itself and can where people can coexist with each other without the need to fucking steal, kill each other, or whatever.
Would you not
it
agree
is.
though? Not completely. There'll be not completely.
Um,
There'll always be people that are rogue.
well, I guess that's about the environment that you bring.
Because
them up
what
with.
you're saying is you'd expect society to just come together and decide this is wrong, this is right. But if there's no laws and stuff, then people are just killing everyone, knowing
Look,
there's no repercussions,
I
right?
honestly reckon you can actually create what is ideal, harmonious society, right? It might be a dream for some people, but I think you can do it. It's just that you'd need generations of time to go past before you could convince people that things that are important are actually, or things that are not important are important,
Yeah.
and vice versa. I.e., we need a whole generation to grow up believing that money is not the fucking source of their happiness. Materialistic things are not going to solve your.
That's changing a bit.
But until it does fully, I don't think people can live, because then you're always going to want things and want more what people have got, and that in itself causes half of these problems.
Yeah.
There's more than enough money around the world, more than enough food around the world to feed everybody.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it's more about
It's not
how
evenly
we've
distributed.
fucking, distributing this in society.
But it won't be distributed. You get that right? There's always gonna be a rich poor divide.
That's a capitalist society, mindset, though, isn't it? And society.
But you know that's not gonna change, right?
Do you think that
You
can
think-
change you? Do you think that the
Well,
way
no.
people are programmed now, where there has to be like the underclass and the fucking tier one? Do you think it's always going to be?
No. I studied economics. Yeah. If everyone was equal in the world and money
There'll
was
be
spread
no
out
rich
evenly,
people.
no, the world would collapse because then there's no businesses, no companies, because those businesses, they want to be paid more than the person that works for them.
Exactly, yeah.
So there'll be no business. Everyone will die.
And what you just said is a capitalist world,
But
literally.
it has to be done, doesn't
You
it?
have to capitalize off someone at the bottom to make your money.
Why would anyone want to open a business if they know they can't make more than the man on the street? Because there's an equal world. Then I'll just sit home then. We'll just sit here.
We know that is the idea that's sold in communism, and that is that everyone is equal, but there's always still someone at the top that's profiting.
Yeah.
Exactly. And always someone wants people change as well. And eventually people want more.
That doesn't work.
More.
But we've seen capitalism doesn't work either.
You kind of need a happy medium. I hate to say it, but you actually need a happy medium.
You do,
need some capitalism,
you do
need
because
some communism,
because also
some socialism.
Because ultimately, if you didn't say you did a happy medium there, then I'd say loads of things like, you know, when you pay your cameraman to do Urbanist Platform, he should get paid as much as you. Do you get stuff like that?
I hear that.
Like
I agree.
the cleaner at your office should be paid the same amount as you.
Well, why in your head is what he does more important or more difficult or more valuable? How do you know how much time his cameraman spent studying, where he studied, how much it costs? All of that time invested could be much more than the fucking 12 hours that he spent reading some or watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
What is that?
A lot of people want equality. I don't know. I don't think it'll work, but ever.
It's not so much about equality. I don't think I believe in equality, but
Why not?
it's just about the valuing of, or a different way of valuing things, basically. If we are totally reliant on the idea of money, then we will forever be destructive.
100%.
But isn't bartering even money? That was when it all started, bartering. Even like, oh, I'll give you 2 sheep for a horse.
So there's always been that angle.
So there's always, it's just always been there, right? That's money.
I think
I need to get loads of sheep so I can be the don around here.
I actually don't.
I want to have the most sheep.
I don't mind the idea so much of money being a motivation for a lot of people, and the way people are programmed in society. It is the be all and end all. Let me make money. I need to make money to survive. What I have a problem with is not everyone having an opportunity to get that money and get that jackpot. I think more people need to have the opportunity to rise. So once everyone has equal opportunity, that's how I feel.
That's nonsense.
Why?
So you're saying that you want to become, basically you want all the money, you want to be rich, you want to live in this capitalist world, right? You want to be able to at least be competitive, start a business, and it will be super successful. The idea, or the ultimate aim being that you become some Jeff Bezos billionaire, yeah? Well,
I would have ruled it out.
You cannot do that without doing it at the expense of millions of other people, keeping millions of people in poverty.
Yeah,
that's literally how you do it.
That's a problem. Because Mike Ashley, obviously, he became a billionaire.
This is what I mean, hot air.
But I'm
the
saying...
The website says pro this, pro that, promoting this, pushing that.
Yeah.
And you're like an MP. You're the perfect fucking MP.
You'll be a good MP though. You'll be a good MP.
But you know why though, bro? What you're saying is you're saying liberal in terms of words, but actions. But you know I'm central left. I've said this for a long time, and you lot laugh. I'm left centre.
Wait, what?
I'm left centre, bro.
What's that?
I keep telling you.
Champagne.
Well, basically, if I'm fully left, then
Champagne
I'm basically
socialist.
Labour.
Champagne socialist.
I'm Labour. I'm Labour fully. Like I'm not Labour.
Is that what you are? Champagne socialist. You said.
I've been. You can. Someone would say you're champagne socialist.
What does that mean again?
Anyone who's central left is.
What does that mean?
Called a champagne socialist.
Okay.
It's what he's saying. He's saying, oh yeah, but you're talking like a socialist.
But you used to be Labour though.
He's saying you're talking like a socialist, but you're actually living with champagne.
Yeah, but you used to be Labour, didn't
That's
you?
basically it.
You used to be Labour.
Yeah, I was back in the day. Yeah,
and now you're champagne socialist.
This is a problem in society, man.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
There's a lot of Labour that I don't agree with, by the way. That's why.
Why? Since you got older?
Because it's not that, bro. There's a lot of Labour. If you look at the actual,
they're not as good as Blair.
Bro, so let me finish, bro. It's like if you look at the roots of Labour, a lot of it they're trade unionists. A lot of it is so far gone from what I'm used to as a black South London Nigerian that's moved to the UK.
Yeah,
like I can't necessarily relate to someone who's out in the Isle of Wight, who's blaming the immigrants for taking their jobs. Okay, and they're actually a lot of them are staunch Labour supporters.
So you can't agree with that kind of stuff. Just a few things.
We're not necessarily on the same page. Okay. I'm not saying
Labour are blaming the immigrants.
I thought that was a more Tories thing, wasn't it?
No, if you go to bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. We live our lives in the London. We think London is the UK. So if you go out of London, bro, if you go to places like fucking Middlesbrough or whatever, like all places towards the south coast where historically they've been Labour supporters, they've been brainwashed by the media, by people like Nigel Farage, who have obviously said the reason why you're poor in these dead-end jobs and not making money is because people are taking your jobs. Like, that's been a thing.
Right, next email. This is quite a long one, so try and make them a bit shorter, please. Agony Uncles. I'm mildly autistic, so apologies if my wording of this email isn't great, but I'll get straight to the point of why I'm writing this email to you. Background story. I'm now 21, but when I was 17, 18, I caught feelings for a girl. We were really good friends, and our parents, her mum and my dad, worked at the same establishment together. My family and I were going through a really rough patch in our lives at the time. My dad was diagnosed with cancer and he was going to pass away, and I felt that this girl understood me, if that makes sense. She was also a girl that was very flirtatious type, and she'd speak to a lot of guys, as I eventually found out. Didn't seem she wanted to commit to a relationship at the time, which is fine, each to their own. Anyways, I did eventually tell her that I liked her, and she told me she didn't feel the same way. Being rejected wasn't what I wanted to hear, but I could come to accept it. However, she never actually told me herself. I had to hear it come from the mouth of the school counsellor that I used to go and see. She also manipulated the story to everyone at school, which made me angry. However, what really got to me was when she went to a house party and almost took the piss out of me for liking her to some of my friends. Like previously said, being rejected really hurts, but humiliated, I thought we were friends. This gave me a totally different perspective of our friendship. After leaving school, I went to college and didn't really speak to her much. She would only really pop up and ask me how my dad is, and then the convo would just die off. Isn't there something else you could have spoken to me about? I don't think she could get the hint that I didn't want to talk about it, especially when she knew the rough relationship I had with my dad in the first place. Then I sadly went through the loss of my father. She messaged me saying, sorry for your loss. If you need anything, I'm here. The usual bollocks, you know. The last time I met up with her was before lockdown, around 19, when I tried to tell her in the nicest possible way that she'd hurt me, but I don't think she remembers doing any of the last things that she did. Why I've come to you is that after not speaking for almost 2.5 years, she's decided to message me to meet and wants to hang out. I'm really conflicted, as I love her and I hate her at the same time. What would we talk about, you know? We've been through so many things in our lives that we can't be the same people as we were when we were 17. Am I the blame? My mum thinks I should move on as she believes she broke my heart. But I always like to see the best in people. I can't help it. I'm leaving my fate in the hands of the Agony Uncles. Do I meet up with her and see how it goes, or do I just bun it off? And do I have a part to blame also? Was she trying to be there for me and I just couldn't let go of the past? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Love the podcast. Hope you have a good day.
She's behaved like a dickhead at the start by humiliating him in front of his friends. She clearly doesn't like him as much as he likes her back in the day. The fact she's disrespected him at the start years ago, no going back from that. Don't care if she's come back around 2 years later. The humiliation's been done. There's disrespect's been done. So there's only two options. It's air her message, lock off, yeah, safe, don't speak to me. Or one big beat, yeah? A big full beat and say, shut up. Remember, I'm at the top now, yeah? You hollered at me, beat, duck out. Not interested in you. Karma, move on.
Okay, but hold on a second, because your relationship with your missus started off very different to how it ended up. And I'm sure, without even knowing you, either of you two at the time, right, or how you were with each other, that you would not have been as good to her the first time around as you were the second time around. In fact, you were probably a bit of a dickhead to her.
No, wrong actually.
Huh?
I was really nice the first summer. I broke up. So we were together only for like 3 months. Okay. I was really nice, like really nice guy. And then broke up because I wanted to be single still. I broke up with single, and then we got back together again years later. So that's it. So that was it.
No, it's not adding up.
Yeah.
Really nice and wanting to be single. But
because
I were really nice.
I really nicely said,
yeah,
I don't really want to go out with you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, good day. Shook hands.
Yeah, it was really peaceful.
It was like,
it was peaceful. Because I was in a long-term relationship before that. It wasn't ready.
What I'm trying to demonstrate is that people can be in different mind states. Yeah. A few years later, you can be ready. Maybe this girl's now ready.
Yeah, but I didn't humiliate my missus during that 3 months.
Okay, that's pedantic. We're just talking about semantics.
Yeah, but when you're disrespectful and humiliate someone, it stays with you, memories.
Okay, so you think he was bad? She was
scarred.
So what's she done that's so bad?
She was cussing him to his mates at a house party.
Yeah, but I mean, kids.
Is that calm?
16, 17.
But do you trust people like that?
Have you never taken the piss out of CJ?
Yeah, he's bearing in mind he's 21 now. So yeah, that would have been a few years ago.
CJ's taking the piss out of you, bro.
Bro, 100%. I would say
I don't typically take piss out of CJ.
No,
If he's not there, though, he has to be
when
there.
you were a teenager, you would have said something flippantly.
100%.
100%.
I
Wow.
disagree.
Man said 100%.
He still does it, bro. He still does it. Anyway, more importantly, I think I disagree. I think actually, if he does link up with her, which I think he should do, he basically holds the cards. I think understand that he's decided to do it, and actually he's being the bigger person by doing it. That's how I see it.
Did the ex ever holler at you to get back to come to link her again?
Obviously, listen, this
Ever
is
have
how
that?
it is.
You ever have that?
But they're not exes.
that
though.
again?
They're not exes.
Did you ever have an ex holler you to link again?
They're not exes though. From what I understand, bro. From what I understand,
And if that girl disrespected you, why else would you link her?
who just to clarify.
Do you know what? At a certain time of my life, 100%. Because then you're getting the pain. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to experience the full whammo tonight.
Bazooka.
You may well get broken.
The Strally.
About disrespect.
Bro, to confirm, they're not going out though in that email.
No, they're not.
So
no.
they're not. It's not an exes thing. Not in this email.
Well, no. Oh, okay, got you.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're just.
No, they were going out back in the day.
I think he was on her, but she never said.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
They didn't go out.
They were just sort of friends and
Yeah.
together because of their
So
families.
so he's still got something in his head where I think he wants.
Oh, he wants to beat. He wants to complete it.
He's not going to get that out of his head
Exactly.
unless
So
he
he's
goes to meet
got to meet her. For me, I think he's got to meet her.
Go meet her,
And see
get it
what
out of
happens.
your system, and just stay in control.
and just keep your wits about you.
Yeah.
That's how I see
What,
it.
bust on face? Like, no, but to equalise.
What are you talking? You're still watching a lot of porn then, yeah?
He's still watching
Still watching a lot of
porn.
porn.
That's a phrase that he used to say.
How's
growing
the
up.
social media
It's a phrase he used to
thing-
say.
How's the social media thing going?
Just to clarify, it's a phrase I got from ZJ.
Yeah.
Back in the day, back in uni days, he used to bust on
I didn't
faces.
go to university.
He used to go
with
to
you,
my uni all the
bro.
time.
Oh,
You at my
stop
uni all the
it.
time. Yes or no? He used to bust on faces.
Okay, right, relax. Yeah.
Face buster.
He's watching too much porn.
How is social media going for you? Because I know it's an addiction. You've
It's-
embraced TikTok from the looks of things.
Yeah, I've posted a few things, repurposed old content, but the thing is, I'm not addicted to social media in terms of posting. I'm addicted. I like just looking at it.
Yeah.
That's my addiction. Some people's addiction is posting stuff.
Okay.
I just like looking at stuff. I like TikTok For You page. Best thing.
Our TikTok is flying right now. Please do follow us. The links will be in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube right now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new and drop the video a damn like if you breathe. Oxygen. We will be back same time, same place next week. Much love for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed. We've been for the people.
For
People.
Chase. He didn't read it.
Hold tight.
You got it though. You got it. I went for and then he's just.
I didn't hear that.
He's all kept up.
We didn't forget.
I never put that in anyway, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
already.
always cut it out before you say anything.
What,
You usually
for?
say foolishness.
Chase.
Yeah, like that.
You didn't tell the story of you being sick.
Oh, yeah, listen, tell us it.
Oh.
Tell us.
No, listen. Basically, all that happened is CJ mentioned ages ago in the early episodes of the pod about having food poisoning, and we all laughed. Remember, you said you're not going to eat acidic foods anymore. Well, I got caught with food poisoning. My missus had it, and she was just throwing up, and I was just like, "Look, go drink some water. You'll be all right." Blah blah blah. But we didn't know it was food poisoning at the time. I'm watching the Man United game. I just happened to keep going for number 2 during the game, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I've got a bad bug as well." Then we realised it's food poisoning.
Calm number 2 or explosive?
No,
one?
explosive.
Explosive. Wow.
Rivenol.
Wow.
Rivenol.
Oh wow.
Fluid.
When you did the Rivenal, the fluid ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, fluid ones.
Flush.
Did you then ask yourself, shit, I think I might add one?
Yeah, then I thought, oh, this might be the same as what she's
Yeah,
got.
okay.
Colours.
Yeah, so I was like, this is food poisoning, right?
Yeah.
But I thought, I'm not throwing up or anything yet. So I was like, I'm calm.
Yeah.
Carrying on watching the game. And I went to bed that night. Got to bed around 11. I woke up at 1 a.m. I had to go toilet. My belly was rumbling. Go toilet again. Number 2. And as I'm doing that, projectile vomit at the same time. Have you ever been shitting and projectile vomiting at the same time? No. Like, bro, it's mad. Like, do you know why it's mad? Because obviously the bathroom wasn't prepared for the vomit.
Oh, no.
Because I'm on the toilet.
Oh,
So I've just vomited all over the sink, the floor,
shit.
green everywhere.
Cleaning that up.
Yeah, I clean everything up. There was a lot of towels used and
Pristine
stuff.
white walls as well.
I've just put it all together in towels and then I put it in a washing machine. But yeah, I vomited like twice. Got food poisoning, and I don't know what exactly it was.
What caused it? This is
We've
what
been trying to
you're
work it out
You
because basically, how long after you eat something that gives you food poisoning do you get ill?
I don't fully know. I think when I had it, I think it's like a few hours.
Yeah, it can be not that long.
Like it's
Then
got to be within the same. It's definitely the same day.
You think it's the same day?
100%
Same day.
Definitely.
It could hit you within like half an hour.
Yeah.
Then I'm not too sure what it was then,
You-
because we ate something together the day before. It was like ribs.
The day before.
That was the day before though.
No, I don't think that's it, bro.
On the same day,
No,
she was out. I wasn't in.
weird,
this is
bro.
sounding
That's
different.
weird. Yeah,
bro.
that's not food
You're talking
poisoning.
about green colours and
was mad.
projectiles. It's
Mad.
I don't know.
Acids.
food
Acids.
Yeah.
Told that you know.
Acids.
Bro, man went. Oh, bro, when I had it,
It's
man was
mad.
only drinking
It's mad.
alkaline water.
It's bad, yeah.
It's peak. But you're lucky though. You know why you're lucky?
I woke up this morning weak though. Weak.
When I had food poisoning, and it's like the only time, touch wood, that I've ever had it. I didn't know what hit me, bro. Like literally, it was a lock off for 2 days.
Oh,
3 days.
Oh, right. Okay.
3 days. I think
Oh, was
my
it
first-
keep going for 2 days?
Yeah, bro. I was in a bad
Oh, that's
way,
worse.
bro.
I-
No, but it was mostly that. It was mostly this.
Oh, right, yeah.
Bro, I couldn't hold food. I literally couldn't.
The vomit
hold
was
food.
mad.
I couldn't hold food. Anytime I tried to put something in my mouth, game over. So you're lucky, bro. Honestly, you got spared. What? Just one? You just threw up 1 a.m.
Twice. 1 and 3.
and then that's it. Fine.
Yeah, that's it.
You're lucky, bro. Trust me, you lot are lucky.
But I woke up in the morning today. I didn't eat for ages.
No.
I had water, an apple, and a banana.
No, you man got spared. I don't know if that's even food poisoning.
Yeah, well, it
I'm
was.
telling you, man,
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
different.
That's not
Sounds
food
different.
poisoning.
Food poisoning, yeah, for me
It takes
was
a couple of days, bro.
Is it?
Um,
So what was
yeah.
that, do you think?
it was
don't
probably
know.
as painful a thing as you're ever going to
Bro,
experience.
food
It just
poisoning
has you on the
fucked,
floor,
bro.
Oh.
sweating,
I didn't know you'd had it.
buckets. Yeah,
So what's vomiting for a day? What is that then? How do we both get it, me and
I
Mrs.?
don't know, but it's not food poisoning. Just trust me.
What do you think it was?
Could be air, could be, I don't know, something. I don't know, but it's not food. Bro, you're telling me you just fucking did
You
a
could get it from
few cubes and then you shoved it off.
eating
No.
a
Twice.
You could get it from a salad or water or
Oh, water.
food, fish especially.
That's mad.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
I don't think I've ever had it before. It was mad.
And you didn't even feel ill. You were just literally shitting.
And vomiting.
So shitting.
The vomiting was not nice, man. Because I don't vomit even on a night out. You know that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, rah, you've actually forced this out of me.
I really like vomiting when I've had too much to
Oh
drink.
yeah, same.
I've
Just
never
get
ever,
out.
I never.
I'd love to get that out of me.
We've seen you vomit. You've walked out of the cab and you went to vomit on
That's when-
roads.
That's when I've decided like the
Yeah,
night's
I'm done.
over,
Yeah,
lads.
done.
Remember, he
Is
said,
that-
you go on, I'll walk from here. I said, bro, we're in central London. What? Man said, I'll walk from here. Where are you walking to, G? Get in. He fell back asleep in the Uber.
Oh Jesus,
He said, you're home.
that's funny. That was a good night though, slightly.
Oh yeah, he was off the chain.
That was a fucking
Meeting
sick-
Wiley.
Yeah, Wiley, Madison's first, and then Wiley. That was
Yeah.
that was a joke.
It was a bit.
We need to go to that again.
We need to do that again.
It was
100%.
what Madison's.
No,
Both, not
What was it called?
Wiley's
Eskimo.
Eskimo.
No, it was called
Not-
Igloo.
Igloo, that's it.
Yeah,
Igloo.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It was a bit tight though.
No, he's got a new one apparently.
Okay. I don't know what was going on though. I don't know what was going on. Why were we there?
I don't know any of the people to know what was going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes you got to kind of know who they are to
Yeah.
know what's going on. I just knew. I didn't.
That's
know
why we
anyone.
ended up in someone's picture, me and you.
Oh yeah.
What's going on?
Why is he posting that?
I have no
down,
idea.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
Take
What?
that down, bro.
We're both just standing like this, but
Who posted it?
it's one of these artists.
Some rapper guy,
Yeah,
yeah.
rapper. But we're both just standing looking at the camera like that.
You've
And
been
man's posted
spotted.
it on his
You've
Insta.
been spotted.
Like, man's posted on his Insta, like, what? Like, blurred us out.
Yeah.
We've been blurred a bit, but we're still there.
It was quite baked though.
He looks like he's got all the like chains
Yeah.
and all the like. He's got the
Imagine.
look. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like smoking with the clown, and we just sort of stood there, stiff.
It was funny though. Slightly was funny. If anyone tried to lie about where they were, like, oh wait, what are you doing in this picture?
That's
What
people
a bitch.
atting me. That's how I saw it. People atting me.
What
in the picture.
pictures? Why is he posting that picture up? At least cut us out. Cut it out.
That's big.